What if one idea could change the way you see yourself and the world? That's what we explore here. Powerful psychology-backed insights to help you heal, thrive, and grow. Subscribe, like this video, and turn on notifications to keep learning. Let us know in the comments. What's one belief you've let go of that changed your life? Let's reflect together. Why do some people seem fearless? Uncover their strategies for overcoming fear and turn it into a powerful ally. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Jack Canfield. Understanding fear. The mind's alarm system. Before we dive into the strategies for overcoming fear, it's essential to understand what fear is and why we experience it. Fear is a natural response to perceived danger, an evolutionary mechanism that has helped humans survive for millennia. When we encounter a threat, our bodies release adrenaline, preparing us for the classic fight or flight response. However, in modern society, our fears often aren't life-threatening. They are psychological, based on past experiences or anxieties about the future. Dr. Susan Jeffers, in her seminal book, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, explains that fear is a natural part of life. The key is to take action despite the fear. Jeffers provides practical exercises to help readers move from a place of paralysis to a place of power. One of her core messages is that every time you face your fear, you gain strength, courage, and confidence. Identifying your fears. The first step in overcoming fear is identifying what you're afraid of. This might seem straightforward, but fears can be deeply ingrained and sometimes masked by other emotions. Start by reflecting on situations that make you anxious. Ask yourself, what specific situation triggers my fear? What thoughts go through my mind when I feel afraid? How does my body react to this fear? Take, for instance, Oscar, a successful software engineer who feared public speaking. Despite his accomplishments, the mere thought of presenting at a conference would send him into a panic. By journaling his thoughts and feelings, Oscar realized that his fear stemmed from a humiliating experience during a high school presentation. Understanding the root of his fear was the first step in overcoming it. Journaling can be a powerful tool in this process. When you write down your thoughts and feelings, you bring subconscious fears to the surface, making them easier to confront. It's a form of self-dialogue that allows you to see patterns and triggers in your anxiety. Over time, this practice can help you build a clearer picture of what you're afraid of and why. Changing your mindset. Once you've identified your fears, the next step is changing your mindset. Often, our fears are fueled by irrational thoughts and beliefs. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, a popular psychological treatment, emphasizes the importance of challenging and reframing these negative thoughts. Let's consider Chloe, who feared failure. She avoided taking on new challenges at work because she believed that failing would ruin her career. By working with a therapist, Chloe learned to challenge these thoughts. She began to see failure not as a catastrophe, but as a learning opportunity. Adopting a growth mindset, a concept popularized by psychologist Carol Dweck, was transformative. She started viewing challenges as opportunities to grow rather than threats to her self-worth. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. This perspective creates a love for learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Carol Dweck's research shows that those with a growth mindset are more likely to embrace challenges, persevere in the face of setbacks, and see effort as a path to mastery. For Chloe, this shift in thinking opened up new possibilities. She no longer saw her fear of failure as a barrier, but as a stepping stone to personal and professional development. Taking gradual steps. Facing fears head-on can be daunting, but taking gradual steps can make the process manageable. This technique, known as systematic desensitization, involves exposing yourself to the fear in small, incremental steps. Oscar, our software engineer, started small by speaking in front of a mirror, then progressed to practicing in front of friends, and eventually to small groups of colleagues. Each successful experience built his confidence, and over time, his fear of public speaking diminished. Systematic desensitization relies on the principle of gradual exposure. The idea is to start with a situation that causes minimal anxiety and gradually move toward more challenging situations. This method is effective because it allows the individual to build confidence at each step, reducing the overall fear response. For instance, if you have a fear of flying, you might start by reading about flying, then watching videos of planes taking off, followed by visiting an airport, and eventually taking a short flight. Each step is designed to increase your tolerance and reduce your anxiety. While not solely focused on fear, James Clear's Atomic Habits provides valuable insights into how small changes can lead to significant improvements. Clear's principles can be applied to overcoming fear by breaking down daunting tasks into manageable steps. By creating positive habits and making incremental progress, you can gradually diminish the power of your fears. Building a support system. Overcoming fear is not a journey you have to take alone. Building a strong support system can provide the encouragement and accountability you need. This could include friends, family, mentors, or support groups. Sharing your fears with others can be liberating, and often you'll find that you're not alone in your struggles. A study by Dr. Brené Brown, a research professor and expert on vulnerability, highlights the importance of connection and support. In her book, Daring Greatly, she emphasizes that vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. By opening up about our fears, we build stronger, more authentic connections with others. Consider Michael, who was terrified of starting his own business. He joined a local entrepreneur group where he met others who had faced similar fears. Through sharing their stories and offering mutual support, Michael gained the confidence to launch his business. The camaraderie and encouragement he found in the group were invaluable in overcoming his fear. Practicing mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Mindfulness and relaxation techniques can be powerful tools in managing fear. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, and progressive muscle relaxation can help calm the mind and body, making it easier to face fear-inducing situations. Mindfulness, in particular, teaches us to stay present and observe our thoughts without judgment. This can prevent us from getting caught up in the catastrophic thinking that often accompanies fear. Studies have shown that regular mindfulness practice can significantly reduce anxiety and improve emotional regulation. Eckhart Tolle, a well-known self-help author and spiritual teacher, believes that by focusing on the present, you can prevent fear from spiraling out of control. He suggests that much of our fear stems from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. By grounding yourself in the present moment, you can alleviate much of this anxiety. Progressive muscle relaxation is another effective technique. This involves tensing and then slowly relaxing each muscle group in the body. This practice can help reduce the physical symptoms of anxiety, such as muscle tension and a racing heart. By regularly practicing these techniques, you can build a toolkit to manage fear more effectively. Seeking professional help. For some, fear can be overwhelming and difficult to manage alone. In such cases, seeking professional help from a therapist or counselor can be incredibly beneficial. Therapists can provide tailored strategies and support to help you confront and overcome your fears. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is particularly effective in treating various fears and phobias. A therapist can help you identify negative thought patterns and develop coping mechanisms to deal with fear-inducing situations. Consider the case of Ryan, who had a debilitating fear of heights. Despite trying various self-help strategies, his fear persisted. By working with a CBT therapist, Ryan learned to reframe his negative thoughts about heights and gradually expose himself to situations involving heights in a controlled and supportive environment. Over time, his fear significantly diminished, allowing him to enjoy activities he once avoided. Learning from others. Reading about others who have successfully overcome their fears can be both inspiring and educational. Books like Fearless by Arianna Huffington and Rising Strong by Brené Brown are filled with stories and insights that can motivate you on your journey. Another influential book by Brené Brown, The Gifts of Imperfection, explores the concept of wholehearted living. Brown encourages readers to let go of whom they think they should be and embrace who they are. This involves facing and accepting our fears and imperfections. By doing so, we can cultivate courage, compassion, and connection, which are essential in overcoming fear. By immersing yourself in biographies of successful people who have faced and overcome significant challenges, you can find the courage to take risks and pursue your dreams. Learning from others' experiences can provide valuable insights and encouragement, showing you that it's possible to overcome even the most daunting fears. Overcoming fear of failure. Fear of failure is one of the most common and paralyzing fears. It can prevent us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, and reaching our full potential. Overcoming this fear involves shifting your perspective on failure and embracing it as a natural part of the learning process. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset of viewing failure as feedback rather than a setback is crucial. Each failure brings you one step closer to success by providing valuable lessons. Consider the story of Nora, an aspiring writer who feared rejection. She submitted her first manuscript to numerous publishers and faced a series of rejections. Instead of giving up, Nora used each rejection as an opportunity to improve her writing. She sought feedback, refined her work, and continued submitting. Eventually, her persistence paid off, and she published a best-selling novel. To overcome the fear of failure, try these strategies. Set realistic goals. Break down your larger goals into smaller, achievable steps. This makes the process less overwhelming and allows you to celebrate small successes along the way. Reframe failure. View failure as a learning opportunity rather than a reflection of your worth. Each setback provides valuable insights that can help you improve and grow. Cultivate resilience. Develop a mindset of resilience by focusing on your strengths and past successes. Remind yourself of times when you overcame challenges and achieved your goals. The Confidence Gap by Russ Harris uses acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, to help readers break free from self-doubt and fear. Harris emphasizes the importance of taking committed action aligned with your values, even in the face of fear. The book provides practical exercises to help you develop psychological flexibility and resilience. Conquering fear of public speaking. Public speaking is a common fear that can significantly impact your personal and professional life. The fear of being judged, making mistakes, or forgetting your lines can be daunting. However, with practice and the right strategies, you can conquer this fear. Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors, once had a crippling fear of public speaking. He enrolled in a Dale Carnegie course to overcome this fear, and today, he attributes much of his success to his ability to communicate effectively. Here are some tips to help you overcome the fear of public speaking. Preparation is key. Thoroughly prepare and practice your speech. The more familiar you are with the material, the more confident you'll feel. Visualize success. Use visualization techniques to imagine yourself delivering a successful speech. Visualizing positive outcomes can help reduce anxiety. Start small. Begin by speaking in front of a small, supportive audience. Gradually increase the size of your audience as you become more comfortable. Focus on the message. Shift your focus from yourself to the message you want to convey. Remember that your audience is there to hear what you have to say. Join a speaking group. Consider joining a group like Toastmasters, where you can practice speaking in a supportive environment and receive constructive feedback. Tackling social anxiety. Social anxiety can make everyday interactions feel overwhelming. It can lead to avoidance behaviors and impact your relationships and career. Overcoming social anxiety involves challenging negative thoughts and gradually exposing yourself to social situations. One effective technique for managing social anxiety is cognitive restructuring. This involves identifying and challenging irrational thoughts and replacing them with more realistic ones. For example, if you believe that others are constantly judging you, you can challenge this thought by considering alternative explanations and evidence. Let's look at David's story. David struggled with social anxiety for years, avoiding social gatherings and networking events. He decided to seek therapy and learned cognitive restructuring techniques. By gradually exposing himself to social situations and challenging his negative thoughts, David began to feel more comfortable and confident in social settings. Here are some strategies to help you manage social anxiety. Challenge negative thoughts. Identify irrational thoughts and replace them with more realistic ones. For example, instead of thinking, "Everyone will think I'm awkward," remind yourself, "People are usually focused on themselves, not judging me." Gradual exposure. Start with low-anxiety social situations and gradually expose yourself to more challenging ones. This helps build confidence over time. Practice social skills. Improve your social skills by practicing active listening, maintaining eye contact, and asking open-ended questions. These skills can make interactions feel more natural and less intimidating. Mindfulness and relaxation. Use mindfulness and relaxation techniques to manage anxiety in social situations. Focus on your breath, stay present, and practice deep breathing exercises. Addressing fear of success. Fear of success might seem counterintuitive, but it's a real and powerful fear for many people. This fear often stems from concerns about increased responsibilities, higher expectations, and the possibility of losing control or changing your identity. Marianne Williamson, in her book A Return to Love, eloquently captures this fear. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Overcoming this fear involves embracing your potential and recognizing that you deserve success. Consider the example of Laura, a talented artist who feared the visibility and scrutiny that came with success. She worried that achieving success would change her relationships and lead to overwhelming responsibilities. By working with a coach, Laura learned to embrace her potential and reframe her thoughts about success. She realized that success would allow her to share her art with a broader audience and make a positive impact. To overcome the fear of success, try these strategies. Visualize positive outcomes. Imagine the positive impact of your success on your life and others. Focus on the opportunities and growth that come with success. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries to manage increased responsibilities and expectations. This helps you maintain control and balance. Embrace change. Recognize that change is a natural part of growth. Embrace the new opportunities and challenges that come with success. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who encourage and celebrate your achievements. This can help you feel more confident and less isolated. Managing fear of change. There is nothing permanent except change. Heraclitus. Change is inevitable, but it can be daunting. Fear of the unknown and uncertainty can hold you back from embracing new opportunities. Managing this fear involves developing flexibility and resilience. Change can be particularly challenging when it disrupts your routine and sense of stability. However, it also offers opportunities for growth and new experiences. By developing a positive attitude towards change, you can navigate transitions more smoothly. Take the example of Anna, who was afraid of changing careers. Despite feeling unfulfilled in her current job, she hesitated to pursue her passion for photography. By seeking career coaching and building a transition plan, Anna gradually made the shift. She took photography courses, built a portfolio, and started freelancing. Embracing change allowed her to turn her passion into a fulfilling career. Here are some tips to help you manage the fear of change. Embrace a growth mindset. View change as an opportunity for growth and learning. This mindset helps you adapt to new situations and challenges. Create a plan. Develop a clear plan for navigating change. Break down the process into manageable steps and set achievable goals. Seek support. Surround yourself with supportive people who can offer guidance and encouragement during transitions. Practice self-care. Take care of your physical and emotional well-being during times of change. This helps you stay resilient and better equipped to handle uncertainty. Conclusion: embracing courage. Overcoming fear is not about eliminating it from your life entirely. It's about learning to live with it, to acknowledge it, and to act in spite of it. Fear can be a formidable foe, but with the right strategies and mindset, it can also become a powerful ally in your journey toward personal growth and fulfillment. Remember, everyone experiences fear. What sets successful individuals apart is not the absence of fear, but their ability to move forward despite it. As you embark on this journey, take it one step at a time. Celebrate small victories and be kind to yourself when you stumble. In the words of Nelson Mandela, "I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear." Embrace your fears, face them head on, and let them propel you toward a life of courage and authenticity. By applying the strategies outlined in this bookshot, you can begin to transform your relationship with fear. Start today. Identify your fears, challenge your mindset, take gradual steps, build a support system, practice mindfulness, seek professional help if needed, and learn from others who have walked this path. You have the power to overcome your fears and unlock your true potential. Your journey to a fearless life begins now. Every time we expand our thinking, we open the door to new possibilities. If this video sparked something in you, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell. This journey is just beginning. And before you go, tell us in the comments, what resonated with you the most today? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. Don't miss out. More insights, more opportunities, absolutely free. Click the link below and take your next step today.